Hey guys, it's Danny. Alrighty, for today's quick vid, I thought we could take a look at the Dimorphorchis lowii or lowii, depends how you want to pronounce it. This was a gift from John last year, and actually there were a few YouTubers that received this orchid from John. So I'll link you down below John's video so you can see his. We're kind of all doing an update on this orchid 1 year after right now. I've only seen Roger's and John's so far, and there we go. Here's mine. I actually filmed this already because somebody wanted to see it, but let's make a separate video on it, right? Because it's a special orchid. So let us remember how this guy looked like. I received him about 1 year ago actually, from Spain, and as it just so happens, mine spent 1 month on transport. I was just so afraid it will die off on me, but it didn't. Luckily, what ended up happening was it had a little bit of crown rot, but it didn't actually transform into anything. The orchid itself managed to stop it, and on the screen you see how this orchid looked like. Pretty tiny. They're all seedlings, by the way, all of these orchids. So let's take a look at him today. He grew a little bit, not too much though. He grew a little bit. This was the tip that was barely showing when I received it, and it was black, and I thought, well, that's that. But then I discovered the tip was growing, and here we go. It actually transformed into one leaf. This was the newest leaf at the time when I received it, and it extended, it grew further. This was the other leaf, which was split in the middle, and as it turns out, it is kind of dying off where the split is here. You can see the line in the middle. I'm just gonna cut it off because this looks like an infection that's spreading, and pretty much that's it. So today we're gonna actually work on it as well because I need to change the pot of this guy. Look at this. This is the definition of what I don't like with semi-hydro. If you know me, you know that I do semi-hydro in opaque pots because of this reason. So we're gonna take a look at the root system today as well. One thing that I wanted to point out is that this guy grew very slow. As far as I saw, Roger Swan grew very slow. However, John Swan grew very fast. It completely matured 2 leaves, which is great. I think the only difference is that John didn't repot it. I'm not sure about Roger. I definitely repotted, as you can see. So mine definitely might be suffering setback in adjusting to semi-hydro and to my environment and so on. Also, can you see this? This is sun exposure. I keep mine in very bright light, and in the winter time I kind of have the brightest light in the greenhouse because the sun is low and it kind of hits my plants on a more perpendicular angle. Okay, maybe that's not very correct, but for me in winter time the greenhouse is a little bit brighter because of the position of the sun, and this guy was in vandalite. So I'll get you in a little closer so we can see that it's not damage, it's pigmentation. Okay, so this is something I didn't see on the other lowiis or lowies. This is purple pigmentation on the lip. Why did I say the lip? On the leaf, and you can see on the other side, you don't see it all that much, but you definitely see it here. And it is indeed a very purple color. So right now I'm thinking maybe I should pull this guy a little backwards because this is a little bit too much. Since this isn't sunburn or damage or anything, maybe I'm just gonna leave it there and see what happens. If it turns into a red thing, yeah, obviously I'm gonna pull it back from the light. So today I'm gonna repot this guy, take a look at the root system as well because that's always fun to see, and also cut this little split leaf right here. So yeah, I'm gonna take you all along with me. So one of the reasons why people do semi-hydro in transparent pots is to see the root system. But especially with very high light orchids, seeing the root system might become impossible due to the algae formation on the bottom. And this guy right now, it's too much. It's just, if you know me, you know I'm a little finicky with algae. They might not do anything bad to the orchid, but they do something bad to my visuals. So no, we shall have none of that. Oh, look at this. The tag is even full of algae. No. But what's important is the actual root system. Ooh, okay. Alrighty then. Wow, this doesn't look bad. So let's shake it off a little. Whatever you see attached is growth, is root that was not here last year. So that's great. Apparently it did pretty great in semi-hydro. Look at this root. However, oh no, I need to wash the roots of this orchid. This is algae. I totally have the heebie-jeebies right now. I'm gonna wash the root system and come back when I'm done. So typically I would reuse that medium, but This pot is full of algae. Let me just show you inside so you can see how creepy it is. There are layers of dead algae right there, and that's really not good for the root system. This is a very extreme case simply because this orchid was placed in very, very bright light. The brighter the light is, the more the algae will love it, of course, and they will form excessively. So I'm going to discard this medium. Thankfully, it's not a lot, and I already have media prepared. I will not remove whatever is on the roots because I will stale the orchid, and no, we don't do that. I just rinsed the root system and removed as much of the algae as I could. I still have some algae on the roots because the roots of this orchid are actually a little fuzzy, which is cute, and I just don't want to bother them. They look so good, it's okay. There isn't much algae there, and also no point in using hydrogen peroxide. I don't want to sterilize the root system, I just wanted to wash them off a little bit. That's what I did. So I'm gonna clean this mess, come back when I'm done. Alrighty, everything is clean and I feel a lot better now. I didn't even really look at the roots, to be honest. I think they look pretty okay. There is a growing tip, oops, right here. See this guy? And also there are a few growing tips here and here, and on the very top they just started to grow once again. For me in the winter time, this guy didn't grow much. It didn't really produce any roots. It kind of took a break, to be fully honest, but it did produce this pigmentation on the leaf. So I think right now I'll pull him a little further away from the light and see if this pigmentation goes away. I think it will, and yeah, hopefully we're gonna produce a second leaf. So the pot that I will use is this cute pink one. I'm in a cutesy mood, you guys. I don't know what's up with me. I've always liked cutesy stuff, but I never did something about it. This year, I just want to. I cannot stand the algae and the thingies anymore. And I know it's not natural, but that's not my plan. I don't want to go natural. If I were to go natural, I would try to focus myself and invest on some branches packed with some moss, making it look very natural and keep my orchids bare-rooted and mounted on that. That's what I consider natural. But I cannot do that. Therefore, pinky pots it is. And PS, somebody asked me about them. They're from IKEA, you guys. They're very cheap. I got 4 or 5 for €2 or something like that. And I think they're supposed to be for the bathroom. You put your toothbrush in it. Not entirely sure, but you can definitely find them at IKEA. So let's pot this guy up. And there we have him. All that's left to do is to cut these tips. I'm gonna cut this one, I think here. You always need to cut in good tissue. And then I'm just going to apply some cinnamon powder on the cut wound to make it dry faster and seal it up. This is ground cinnamon. You can find it in supermarkets. It's nothing special. And I was always afraid to cut this piece off because, oh no, if it goes down, if it gets infected and goes down, I'm done. Should I cut it? I think I'm gonna cut it. I think it's time. It's been a year. Come on. We can do this. Again, under the yellow part. I did it. And again, we need to sterilize this part good, and I'm gonna try to limit the fallout. Okay, because cinnamon should not be applied everywhere. All right, now you look pretty and you smell good too. So alrighty then, this has been my Dimorphorchis lowii, and I just realized that my camera is set on daylight and you're probably wondering, well, why is everything so yellow? Let me fix that real quick for you guys, just so you see. And magic. This is actually how my Dimorphorchis looks like, but I filmed something outside. Here I am under artificial light, ta-da, and this always needs to be adjusted because it has a yellow tint. But anyway, there we go. The lowii actually did not get very yellow due to the sunlight. You know that some orchids and even some vandas tend to have very discolored or yellow leaves in very bright light. This guy doesn't, apparently, but it does have purple stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna try to reduce the quantity of light because it might just be a little too much, and judging by the quantity of algae, I think it was pretty strong light. So I'm just gonna put it in my intermediate Cattleya light on my shelf, and that's about it. This has been the update on the lowii. I do have another Dimorphorchis, but somebody asked me about that one, so I'll keep it for a requested updates. So thank you guys so much for watching this video yet again. I don't think this is a quick video, but you know what? I did my best. So anyway, check the description down below for for John's video and Roger's video on this orchid. And yeah, fingers crossed it's gonna do well from now on. And yeah, in less than 10 years, maybe some flowers as well. So you know the drill. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel for regular orchid videos. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. And with that said, I'll see you all next time. Bye!